Hey. Welcome to the last video of 2024. This year has been pretty crazy. I graduated high school, I started college, I turned 19 a few days ago. I went to a lot of concerts, I went to a lot of museums, I did a lot of cool stuff. Probably the coolest thing I did this year, in March, I went to Italy. I know what you're thinking. That happened in March. Recorded some content when I was in Italy and I meant to make a video, but then it just never really happened. And suddenly it was June, and then it was August, and then it was October, and it was like, it's too late to post this. And now it's December, so it's definitely too late to post this. But in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, well, but it's like a New Year thing, right? Like we're wrapping it up and taking it back to something that happened months ago. Are you guys with me? Do you follow? Do we agree? Now I have just taken my Italian final. I want everyone to know that I have a 98% in my Italian class. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. So yeah, now that I'm basically an expert in Italian, I feel like it's, only fair, right? Like in Rome, it's like, they know me, right? Like, come ti chiami or whatever, right? Like it's Romulus and Remus and Brianna Guthrie. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to Venice, Florence, and Rome in March, and I'd already thought about taking Italian, but that like 100% cemented it for me. I am now gonna minor in Italian and hopefully study abroad in Italy next summer. And yeah, I wasn't really sure how to lay out this video because there are not a lot of clips of me talking, but I don't think that a voiceover really suits it. So I've put in some Italian restaurant music that will hopefully make you guys feel like you are right there with me in Italy. I threw up in the Zurich airport. We're sitting here and we are waiting for Colby's on his way. Yeah. I have no idea who this person is, but I really thought it was Finn Wolfhard for a very long time.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix legions.
She said it was in 1913. This was built to the first president of Italy. It was king. Yes, thank you. The big scandal was that the architect sourced the marble from his hometown. So.
Genuinely, I don't have words for how small you feel when you're in a room like this and just picturing somebody painting every single part of this and thinking about it, and then, and then you look over your shoulder and there's the School of Athens. So unfortunately, the best thing that happened in Italy has no video evidence, as the best things often don't. So I want to share this story. So in Rome, we went to the Vatican museums, and I'm an art history major, and if you put me in a museum, I will spend a full day in there. I love museums, I love artwork, and I knew going into the Vatican museums that we were going to be on a guided tour, which meant we would not spend a full day in there, and we would not see everything, not even see everything that I wanted to see. So I go up to our tour guide and I'm like, ciao, io studio storia dell'arte, and I'm like asking her about these things that I want to see. I asked her about the Belvedere Hermes, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She's like, oh, see, we'll be right there, we can go over and see it. I'm like, awesome. And then I asked her about the Van Gogh Pieta. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love Vincent van Gogh. And if you know anything about Vincent van Gogh, you know that he is not Italian, and therefore not a lot of his work is in Italy. There's a modern art museum in Rome that has some, and other than that, I think it's just the Vatican. And it's his version of the Pietà, which is essentially like Mary holding Jesus's dead body. Okay, and there are so many of these in art, and it's a very significant and powerful symbol. I asked her about this, and she has no idea what I'm talking about. No idea. And I'm like, oh. And she says, oh, well, the Pietà Michelangelo is in St. Peter's Basilica. I'm like, no, I know that. I know where the Michelangelo Pietà is. We're seeing that later today. I'm asking about the Van Gogh Pietà. And she's like, non capisca. I'm like, so I kind of give up on this. I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe they don't have it anymore. Maybe they used to have it and then they traded it with a different museum. Maybe it's in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. I don't know. So we go through, and it's the Vatican. It's gorgeous and everything is amazing. There's the School of Athens, which is incredible. We go through the Sistine Chapel, which is so beautiful and amazing. And then once you leave the Sistine Chapel, there's like a little line of merchandise. And of course, I get my museum postcards as always. And we're looking through, and there's little books that have pictures, because you're not allowed to take pictures in the Sistine Chapel. So there are books that give you all the pictures you'd ever need or want and explain all these things about the different artworks in the museum. And one of these books has a picture of the Van Gogh Pietà. And so my mom asked the guy working there, is this here? Is this painting here? Because we didn't know if it was moved out. And he says, yes. And we're like, where? And he's like, oh, it's just like, it's up the stairs and to the left and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, if we're this close to a Van Gogh, and at this point I had only seen one other Van Gogh painting in my life, and we're like this close to me seeing my second. We were with my school trip, and so we were supposed to meet for lunch in like 5 minutes from then, maybe 10. And so my mom texts our little WhatsApp, and she's like, we're gonna be late. Let us know where we should meet up. We're determined at this point. The guy told us to go to an elevator, and we're like, okay. So we go over to this elevator, and this dude who works there is like, no, you can't take this elevator. This is employees only. And we're like, well, this guy told us that this is where the Van Gogh Pietà is, like that we can do this. And he's like, oh, Van Gogh Pietà. And he's like, yes, I know where that is. And we're like, okay, can you show us? And he's like, yes. We're like, awesome. And we're telling him like, oh, like our cat's named Vincent, and like she's majoring in art history. And he's like, oh, see. Take the elevator up, and then I don't think that there's a way to describe how many people are in that museum. It's crazy. And this guy says, you know, follow me. But then he slips past an employees only section. There's like a little rope, and he has gone past the rope, and we're in with all the people. So at this point, we are trying to follow this guy. He's obviously zipping through. He has no crowd. We're, and I will never forget it. I wish there was a security camera that I had the footage of that was recording us like zipping through that. I'm saying excuse me, pardon me in every language I know, which is very limited, but still, I'm like saying it in German, I'm saying it in Italian, I'm saying it in English. I'm like, please let me through. We lose track of the guy, but he'd basically told us that it was just off of the Raphael rooms. And we're like, okay. So we're racking our brains. We're like, okay, where were the Raphael rooms? Where were the Raphael rooms? And we end up finding them. You like go outside, and then you go inside, and then you're in the Raphael rooms, and it's very difficult to describe. But we're in the Raphael rooms, and we're like, okay, where do we go from here? And there's a guy who's standing in the room who works there, and we're like, hi, we're trying to get to the Van Gogh Pietà. Where do we go from here? And he's like, oh, you just go right outside, and you take a little... When I tell you that the sign leading to a room that has a copy of Rodin's Thinker and a Vincent van Gogh painting is this big. The sign is this big. And just says like, Van Gogh Pieta. We find the room after all of this, and it's like this moment of calm. It's been so hectic. We've been running through the Vatican, and then there's just this calm. We're the only people in the room. It's not on the tour for some reason. And that was definitely one of the craziest experiences I have ever had, and maybe ever will have. That we were very late to meeting our group, but we were supposed to go into St. Peter's Basilica, which we did not want to miss. And so to get out of any part of the museum, I think the only way out is through the Sistine Chapel. So we make our way back, and we're like looking up to admire it, but we'd already spent like 20 minutes in the Sistine Chapel before. We're still running through because we're gonna be late. So I don't think the security guards had ever seen a group of people like leave the Sistine Chapel that quickly. They were judging us. They were like these guys are just running through. They're hardly even looking up. So yeah, that was the craziest experience, and I wish I had video footage, but you guys will just have to take my word for it. It did happen. I was there.
Mr. Russell has a question.
Those who know.
No? We don't have a question.
Do we take tests? We don't test!
Yeah, so that was Italy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for taking so long to post this. I hope you enjoyed seeing my travels. Here's to next year, I suppose. Let me know either in the comments or like wherever you contact me if you have any video recommendations or things that you guys want from me. I really enjoy making videos, but I never know what to make. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas or concepts, please let me know, because I do want to make videos that I enjoy making, but I also want to like make stuff that people like watching. Thank you for all of the support on this channel the last year. Yeah, I did a good job of posting this year. I posted like 4 or 5 videos or something, and I'm breaking my records. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all of the things. And I'll see you in 2025. Bye!